What's up, guys? I'm Chris Spags here, back with another Four Corners for today's three-game NBA main slate, courtesy of Awesemo.com and presented by Super Draft. We've got ourselves some injuries and some questionable statuses that could give us a bit of an edge on this three-game slate, so let's keep that energy up. And right now, please hit that like button. And if you want to win a free month of Awesemo Plus, courtesy of Super Draft, like this video and comment your top value play according to Draftkings salaries down below. Yesterday, Aaron Baines was the guy. Nobody guessed him correctly, so get back on the board today by liking this video and commenting your top value play down below. But you know the drill. As always, we've got no time to waste here in the Four Corners, so let's get to the top owned plays on the slate, starting with LaMarcus Aldridge in a matchup at the Clippers, in which there are 119.5 implied points for San Antonio. Aldridge will have 45% expected ownership on Draftkings, while have 38% on FanDuel. Aldridge is at a reasonable price in a pace-down game for San Antonio, with at least 15 shot attempts in each game for him, and a likely safe floor, but a somewhat questionable ceiling for tournaments at that much ownership. And another guy who looks popular and really good is Nikola Jokic in a matchup at New Orleans, in which there are 113.5 implied points for Denver. Jokic will have 41% expected ownership on Draftkings, while he'll have 47% on FanDuel. With Derek Favors doubtful, Jokic has no one across from him who should be able to stop him in a pace-up spot, where he should see a massive boost to his 20% rebounding rate, as well as his 37% assist rate. We've got ourselves one more top-owned stud with Kawhi Leonard in a matchup versus the Spurs, in which there are 116 implied points for the Clippers. Kawhi gets 34% expected ownership on Draftkings, while have 47% on FanDuel. Kawhi returns in this revenge game matchup after sitting out the first half of a back-to-back. Now he's in a paced-up game versus San Antonio with a 38% usage rate on the year, and 2 games over 57 fantasy points for him to start the year. And now on to some of the top value plays on today's slate, starting with DeAndre Bembry in this matchup versus Miami, in which there are 104.5 implied points for Atlanta. Bembry started the second half for Atlanta after Trae Young went out with an injury, and he should see lead ball handler duties at a reasonable price, but with him likely to maintain his low 14% usage rate. And Jahlil Okafor versus Denver also looks good as value, with 109.5 implied points for New Orleans. As I mentioned, Derek Favors is doubtful, and that makes Okafor a compelling value play against Jokic's size, but one that comes with some risk of a switch to Jackson Hayes after he saw 24 minutes versus Golden State to Okafor's 12 in that game where he started. And a questionable player I'm intrigued by his value is Will Barton in that match versus New Orleans, in which there are again 113.5 implied points for Denver. Barton is questionable, but he's been solid when seeing minutes thanks to an 11% rebound rate and a solid 21% usage rate that is upside given his low 39% shooting to start the year. And since it's too short of a slate to talk about game stacks, and we've already talked about a lot of the studs, let's talk about the other relevant guys on this slate, including John Collins in that match versus Miami, in which there are again 104.5 implied points for Atlanta. Collins should see a usage uptick with Trae Young out, and he had 51 fantasy points versus Miami just 2 days ago, but his price jump should also keep his ownership reasonable. And then you've got Jimmy Butler in a matchup at Atlanta, in which there are 110.5 implied points for Miami. Butler took just 11 shots in his regular season debut, and he stands to seize more, but he'd feel like a safer play to his elevated price if the currently questionable Justice Winslow were ruled out. And last but not least, you've got Kendrick Nunn in that same game versus Atlanta, in which there are, you guessed it, 110.5 implied points for Miami. Nunn posted his second highest usage rate game with 28% in Jimmy Butler's debut, and with his price and ownership heading downwards, Nunn could be underappreciated, with people assuming his role is smaller than it actually is. And now for our last corner to the dart throws on the slate, and let's kick it off with Cam Reddish in that matchup versus Miami, in which there are 104.5 implied points for Atlanta. Reddish took 7 shots in the second half after Trae Young went out, and he, Kevin Huerter, and Jabari Parker are offensive-minded players who may be needed to keep Atlanta alive in this game versus Miami. I'm also intrigued by the aforementioned Jackson Hayes in that matchup versus Denver, in which there are 109.5 implied points for New Orleans. Hayes was incredibly active versus Golden State as he stole minutes from Jahlil Okafor, and while he doesn't seem to have much rebounding ability thus far, he could score a lot as a far more athletic counter to Nikola Jokic. And our last low-owned dart throw is going to be Bryn Forbes in a matchup at the Clippers, in which there are 112 implied points for San Antonio. Forbes is 3 games over 23.75 fantasy points and at least 11 shots and 29 minutes in each game, while the Clippers have allowed 38.7% shooting from deep so far to start the year. So there you have it. That's what I'm seeing so far for today's 3-game slate. So right now, please hit that like button. And if you want to win a free month of Awesemo Plus courtesy of Super Draft, like the video and comment your top value play according to Draftkings salary so people don't bitch in the comments again. Go do that right now down below. And of course, thank you again to Super Draft, presenting sponsor of the Four Corners. Go to superdraft.com right now. You get $20 free on any $100 deposit or more, and that's instant release, so you get it right away. You can also find a lot of overlay in your tournaments, including their multiplier games, where you don't even have to know salaries. You just pick your players and go from there. So go to superdraft.com right now and use the promo code AWESEMO, AWESEMO for your free $20 with a $100 deposit or more. And if you want some more data for today, you can also use this promo code SWITCHANDHEDGE for half off your first month of Osmo Plus. Go to osmo.com/join to find packages as low as $3.95 a week. It's a good deal for you, so go to osmo.com/join. Use that promo code SWITCHANDHEDGE for half off your first month of any monthly package. Go follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Chris Spags. I'm really good at feigning enthusiasm, and it's Halloween, and I have so many spooky things going on my Twitter. Not really, but go check me out anyway at Chris Spags. Be back later today on Live Before Lock with Fast Eddie Fear talking about this 3-gamer, so go check that out later today. And of course, I'll be back tomorrow with another 4 corners. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all, and I hope you have a great and safe Halloween. Avoid the razor blades and the candy if you can, but I'll see you guys again soon, so good luck.